opportunities are everywhere. They are everywhere. All we have to do is see them for what they are. Today, I'm going to lead you through some exercises and some things that you can do to perhaps feel a little more confident. I think you're all confident. I'm going to assume that. That is my premise I'm going on today, like Melissa J. Nixon right there. I'm taking you for a beer, by the way, whether you want to go or not. And I want to...
Probably not going to like that.
Well, a beer is actually lower calorie than wine, by the way. I love Ledger David, but, you know, let's balance this out. Let's have a balanced fermented diet. All right, I can get derailed easy, thanks. Okay, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you today about the doors and windows, and here's my only rule of the road. If you have a question, you have to blurt it out. This country does not need more hand raisers. We don't need line standers. We need blurters, and we're going to practice right now. You ready? You're going to say your first name on the count of 3. When I say 3, you blurt, so don't wait for that awkward pause, okay, right? I was like, okay, all right. First name, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, you got it. Good. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Maybe I should get a tour bus. We could go on the road. Anyway, so that music story was a fun opener. I hadn't planned to use it, but you know what? We rarely plan to use what happens to us every day. And what happens to us every single day are opportunities. Are they all the right ones? No, of course not. Kimberly knows this. They're not all the right ones. Melissa's right, though. What if I don't do it? There needs to be some conscious thought. Don't just jump because there's an open door on a plane, which, by the way, I'm so glad she did. I have no interest in doing that. But if there was a net, and you know what? There's always a net. And we're not talking about Funicello. There is always a net. There is always somebody around. Look around this room right now. Who do you see that you know? Hold up as many fingers of as many people as you know. You might need more fingers. Hold up your fingers. How many people you know? All right, now everybody hold up all 10 fingers. Because by the time you leave, you're going to know that many people at least. Okay? All right. This is the first thing I want you to do. You all got a pen this morning, or you have something to write with. Wherever on your notes, I don't care where, I want you to fill in this sentence. It's 3 parts. What's more than a sentence? 3 short sentences. I am, I do, because. All right? Fill that in. I am, I do, because. And I don't care what context it's in. I don't care how short a time it takes you. I don't care how long you want to think it. Don't overthink it, though, by the way. This is not a thesis. This is a gut-level exercise. I am, I do, because. All right. You're going to use that in a little bit. And I want you to consider using this often. Wake up in the morning and say, of course I'm amazing, you gorgeous creature, you. And write a new version of this. Because we change all the time, right? And there's so many things that you are. There are so many things that we all are. There is one no definer. Some of my work with women enjoying beer has been gender research. I had no foggy goddamn idea I was going to do it, but I've done it, and it's been fascinating. I have learned more about women than I thought I would ever know. And it's been remarkable, because we are so in our own heads. Yeah, we have lots of great friends. We have amazing colleagues. There's people across the room like, yeah, I can't wait to meet them. At the same time, most of our time is spent in our own heads. So getting outside of our own heads, getting out of the spin cycle, as a colleague of mine used to call it, will help us. This is that opportunity right now. If you write this, I'll give you, there's lots of challenges this week because it's Inspire, Challenge, and Achieve. And even though I'm supposed to be the inspiration part of this triumvirate, Katie Shepard is next, and Jennifer Joss after me. But you'll be inspired by everybody. Keep it in mind, and I would encourage you to try this. Do it once a week. Try it every day for a week. Try it once a month. See what's different about it. How many of you in here journal or write at all? Anybody? Some of us come and go, kind of like a roller coaster. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I'll do that for a little while. Right, and that's great. You know what? Give yourselves the permission to do that. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Be kind to yourself, because you're the one who can be the kindest to yourself when you need that. All right. So I love to meet new people. I unabashedly love it. I approach people in the airport. I walk up to TV cameras. Yeah, it's waiting for fodder, people. Come on. They want somebody like you in front of them. I walk up to people like Melissa because I can't wait to meet her. I talk to Gina because I haven't seen her for a while. I talk to Lucy because I've never met her before. I know that is not a comfortable thing for everybody. At the same time, it's not uncomfortable if you just start with one person at a time. What are they going to do to you? Tell you no? BFD, folks. Find another person. This is not somebody amputating your legs. Like her quote said, if you're not doing something, it's your, or if you don't believe it, what was your, Melissa, what was your quote by your friend with the lack of vision?
Yeah, if someone says no to you, it's lack of vision on their part.
Bingo, they just missed the opportunity. Doesn't make them a terrible person, although now they don't get the benefit of knowing you, so what, move on. I've been my own business person for 14 years. It is not an easy row to hoe. It's not impossible, obviously by a long stretch. Women start and run the greatest percentages of businesses in America. This is not about gender, though. This is about people getting up off their butts, putting those brass ovaries on every day, and getting out there and making it happen. It's singing an REM song in front of people you don't know. Who cares? Everybody's having a great time. So I love it. I did not come out this way, though. So I don't assume that everybody just jumps into those great big pairs of shoes. And that's okay. The best thing about it is for you to own it. Figure out what works for you and do that. We've heard that before, and it sounds trite, but I'm going to actually give you some tactics today on what that can mean. So one of my opening questions when I see somebody who I think I want to meet who has a great smile looking at me right here in the audience, Cindy Glover, she happens to be at my bank, People's Bank. That was an unpaid plug. I look at Cindy, and first of all, the international body language of the smile, to me, is a welcome mat. There's one from Portia. Portia's got a great smile. And I walk up to Cindy. Maybe we're standing, waiting for our flight home. Maybe we're at the grocery store. Maybe we're in the library. Maybe she's picked up a book, like, I just read that, and I can't wait. Oh, my gosh. What did you think of this book? What did you think of the book?
Loved it.
Yeah? What did you love about it?
I don't know.
Blah, blah, blah. Haven't read it yet. That just started a conversation. We all have so much more in common than we have unlike. And if we have to start with female things, then fine. But find a few things that work for you. One of my best favorite open-liners is, what's been the best thing about your week so far? I like that one. I like it because it's really positive. Everybody has their own answer, which is completely valid. And you get a bigger range, like, hey, what's new? Anybody in here love that question? Stall out, man down. No, I don't like that one because all of a sudden I feel this pressure. Oh, if I don't have something new, oh, crap. What's new, what's new, what's new? Ask something that's easy. Rhonda, I'm looking for a great place to eat. What's one of the foods you really like?
Thai.
Great, see how easy that was? You could all answer that question. Find something that's easy for that opportunity to happen. You've just inspired that person to engage with you too. Smile on your face, open body language, a lot of those things we've heard before and still have to exercise. I hired, the question I asked Melissa this morning is, how do you keep professional development going for yourself? And one thing I did, I hired a PR coach, in essence. It was worth every penny, and I learned about 3 critical things. I paid her $2,500, and that's a lot of money, and that doesn't just fall off my trees. At the same time, I know it was worth it, and I've used it consistently, and it makes a huge difference. If you're looking at my face right now, what am I doing? I'm smiling. I know sometimes when I really get into things, I'm really focused, and I'm not smiling. And then I look kind of angry, don't I? I know this. Give me your honest feedback. So I know that I just have to relax my face muscles. Everybody just do it right now. whatever you got to do, and just relax. She taught me this in some really easy techniques. She would stand behind the camera. Here I was in front of it. There's the camera person, and I'm right there where Wendy is, and she's like, all corny, I know, right? And now you're like, oh, yeah. No, but it starts working. She helped me realize what the opportunity was. She's like, Ginger, you're an amazing woman. People should know who you are. Smiling, just like Christine is here, brings more people in. You want to be the pull. Don't be the push. Be the pull. This is almost self-marketing, people. I'll get rid of the almost. It is. As a marketing pro, I understand what that's like to want to invite people in because you want to have that conversation. You want to bring those people into your world, and you want to know who they are. So let's do some stuff. My TED Talk that I gave a year ago helped me really crystallize it into 3 steps. It was stand up, step up, and speak up. And by the way, every single one of you in here could do a TED Talk. It is remarkable, it is life-changing, and even for professional speakers like myself and Melissa, it will blow your tubes. I would encourage you, not those tubes. I don't know, if you want to talk about fallopians, go for it. Sounds like something from the Bible. Philippians 5:16.
I like that your feet match your ovaries.
Yes, my shoes do match my ovaries. Thank you, Beverly. We're going to talk about writing that book together. All right. So I want to do some really basic things today. I want you to turn to the person next to you or persons next to you, and I want you to shake their hand. Go ahead. Do it again. One more time. All right. I know that always goes off the rails. I just wait for it. All right. Good job. What just happened? You just met a whole bunch of new people. They're micro relationships, as I call them. They are of the moment, they are in the moment, they are in the activity. One thing that I've done a lot of, and some of you can probably relate to this, is I did festivals with women enjoying beer for a long time. And I sold really nice, high-quality gear at different festivals. And it becomes this festival circuit. And I realized after the first season was over, and I had 27 festivals under my belt, I'm like, wow, let's go for next year. You see the same people. They become your support system. Even though you just see them once a year, twice a year, 20 times a year, those people become another opportunity. They got your back. They know exactly what it means to be you because they are the same person in that moment, in that experience, and I love that. That's an opportunity. How many of you carry your business cards with you everywhere? Thank you. For those of you who didn't, start carrying them. Tuck them wherever you need to tuck them in whatever tubes you want to. I'd recommend your bra, though, actually. In all seriousness, that's a great place to put some. Nobody's going to disturb those. And if you don't have a pocket, which should be illegal for clothing, in my humble opinion, well, you got to put them somewhere. A business card's a huge opportunity. The round ones on your table are mine, and I love them because they get attention. And I just want to say that without a business card, you're missing some opportunities. Even if it's for you singly. You don't have to be in a business to have a business card. Make it a personal card. The calling cards of years gone by, delivered on the silver platter. Julie, you have a caller. Oh, why, thank you. Of course, absolutely. Have one that tells people how to get a hold of you. Use your name, your phone number, maybe your email if you want. Those things matter. Those are also opportunities, huge opportunities. Leave them everywhere. This is an opportunity. Inspire others to be curious about you. Leave them in check presenters. Check presenters are the things in restaurants and bars. Yeah, right? Great idea. It's amazing. You have to believe that people are paying attention because you're paying attention. Believe that other people are paying attention. Here's another story of an opportunity. I was in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago, flown in by a client. Remarkable new product, blah, blah, blah. My friend who invited me to come, we went out to this restaurant. It was really kind of funky, and the server, she just had this something. And so I just started engaging. Her name was Jan, and we just started rolling with it. And it was so much fun. At the end of the evening, my friend Megan said, gosh, Ginger, you're really good with service people. And she didn't mean it in a patronizing way by any stretch of the imagination. I just wanted to know her, like, Jan, what do you do? How long have you been here? And they're so lucky to have you. And I mean, I'm doing this, and I believe all this. This is not just mumbo jumbo. This is not just, doesn't that feel nice, patronization crap. This is the real deal. Turns out, Jan sold IT products. She said, I'm 63. I'm working because I'm looking for something else, but I'm working. I'm like, Megan, because Megan's company is highly sales-oriented. I'm like, we have to get Jan in the door. We have to talk to her. And if you don't open that opportunity for somebody else to walk in, bye-bye. There's going to be another one, but it's not going to be the same one. Melissa's opportunity to come here, she's in demand. She can go lots of places. She's got other time slots to fill. She doesn't have to be here. We all get to make those choices. We're so glad you're here, for sure. But we all have to realize that there are choices and those opportunities are freaking everywhere. Just find them. Now, I'm going to caveat this. I have not had any coffee today. I know. Woo! I don't need coffee or caffeine. But I am not always like this. I'm genuine. This is me. The people who know me in the room know this is Ginger. At the same time, I also know that to have this, I have to refuel. So I need my own time. I love to read. I love to cook. All of you are welcome over at my house because I love to cook. I'm serious. And I need to stare at my dogs playing in the backyard and so forth. So part of what makes the opportunity so much fun for me is that I know myself well enough to know when I need to hit the bottom, when I need to take a nap, when I need to read a book, when I need to say, oh, gosh, Shannon, let's reschedule our glass of whatever. And that's okay. So be gentle with yourself. I learned that the really hard way. The very first company I had, the Little Pillow Company, because everybody needs a little pillow, I made pillows from scratch, and I started it after I'd worked for a bunch of different people. And I started it, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. The rocket ship is taking off. How the hell do I do this? I don't know, but I'm going to wake up every morning. I'm going to try to figure it out. And so I'd wake up every morning, and I was literally making pillows from scratch. I got these massive bags. Anybody ever seen a 25-pound bag of polyfill? It's crazy. It comes in a bag, and it comes in a box. You open the box, and the polyfill starts to grow. Yeah, seriously. Woo! Cheap entertainment, I tell you. But I was making those pillows. I'd wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock, in my pajamas, and I would work all day till like 7 or 8 at night. And I'd go to bed, and I'd rinse and repeat and do this. And I did this for about a month solid. And I woke up about a month and a half into it, and I said, this is nuts. I am killing myself. And my boyfriend came over, and I'm like, blah! I'm running around like I'm going to freak out. I'm going to figure this out, but I'm freaking out today. So I took the day off. I gave myself a day off. No matter what you do, whether you work for yourself or somebody else, once again, make sure that opportunity is factored into your time frame. I have some coaching clients, they say, Ginger, how do you actually balance your time? I freaking hate that term. There's no such thing. That's on the playground. That's teeter-totter. There's no such thing as balance. It's a prioritization, my friends. And there's supposed to be one of those a day. Priority. It comes way back from the church, the priories. There was one thing. So while it's easier said than done, I know that I have to set my priorities. I have to make sure that the opportunities are going to be there and that I'm going to be available. So right now I'm in the middle of writing a book. I have used a hard copy date book since I was a sophomore in college. So I have a couple decades of these. And this helps me plan my opportunities. I block off big chunks of time for different things. I make sure that I'm available. I cross things off. I purge once in a while. I'm like, gosh, it'd really be fun. And is this the right thing? Now, I'm all about fun. I do not have a fun deficit in my life because it is that important to me. I need that. And we all need that, right? We all need the support system. So there's a bunch of tactics that you can adopt. We all do it differently. Call your friends. Ask them what they do. That's what I've been doing since the beginning of the year. Like, how do you do this? Tell me how do you do this. I've never just asked my friends, how do you do this? What are you doing and how do you do it? They are fantastic conversations. And I tell you what, when you call your friends and your colleagues and your clients, they will start to talk about what's going on in their world. And that should be the first question out of your mouth. What's going on with you? And just shut up. Just listen. We all want to share what's going on with us, right? Yeah, we all want a podium. Give that person the podium, because there's another opportunity. When you reinforce, when you create that connection of, oh, wow, Cindy really does care about me. Whether it registers consciously or not, we know we can go back to those people. Women, men, all makes and models. Super, super important, because it's not about us in the end, it's about them. That's Retail 101, my friends. That's Business 101. It's always about them. The beer community, while they're great and extremely flavorful, quite literally and figuratively, a lot of them think their brand is about them. And okay, not my circus, not my monkeys, as my friend Lisa says, but sometimes it's really hard to let that stuff go, right? No, I just want to tell you one thing, because I'm right. Keep your powder dry, Ginger, as my grandma said. All right, fine, walk away, find somebody else. But there's opportunity everywhere. There really, really, really is. As I was standing in the plane last night waiting to get off in Medford, a gentleman in front of me stood up. He had a country malt group that probably means nothing to anybody else. And I'm like, hey, how was the expo for you? Blah, 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 blah. He didn't ask me one simple question. That wasn't the point. Would it have been nice? Yeah, it always feels nice when there's a little reciprocity. Regardless, I decided to see what was behind that door. That was a new opportunity. Why not? Why not? What's going to happen if I do this? Everything is possible is my tagline on purpose. I know, Melissa, you and I are going to become great friends, because that's just how you're just reeking of it in the best possible way. It's good. It's good. It's an aroma of wonderfulness. So I want you to think about a couple things. There's a classic journalistic who, what, why, when, and where. All right? So think for a minute. Why do you think you want to meet other people? Why do you want to meet other people?
Learn their stories.
Okay, thanks.
Because they're interesting.
All right. Anything else?
And my own side,
All right.
because I'm nosy.
And honest. Thank you, Rhonda.
Networking.
Networking. All right. Let me ask you this one. All right. See, look, it's gonna domino. This is good. When do you want to meet them? No. That's a good answer. We'll all agree on that one. Where do you want to meet them?
Everywhere.
Ooh, okay, let's qualify everywhere. Tell me one place you've met somebody interesting.
Airport.
All right. Yeah, look we're all around us. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. I need a chaperone, Ann. Come with me next time. Who do you want to meet? I at first had that at the top of the list, but that's not the top of the list. Who do you want to meet? You want to meet positive people?
Motivating.
We don't know until we start talking to them, right?
Yeah, right?
We all have value. I grew up in Minneapolis, just came back from Philly, like I said, walking down the streets of Philadelphia, which, by the way, is extremely pedestrian friendly. Anybody in here from Philly? All right, great city. It was really fun. I walked by a few people laying on top of heat vents, and it just turns my guts. I'm like, how is this okay? This is not okay. And I didn't do anything about it. But every single one of us, including those people, have a story. They have something they need to share. They have the need to be listened to. That is opportunity. How many of us have a coworker or a friend or a customer who comes into the store and just needs to talk to somebody, right? And our first reaction sometimes is, I have to get away from this person. I can see them coming. And you know, it's okay to feel that way, because we've talked with them before. But what's more okay is to give them a couple minutes of our time. They're not asking for very much. That's an opportunity. It's a huge opportunity. Maybe it's altruistic. Maybe that's just my soft spot. At the same time, I want somebody to listen to me, so I want to listen to what they have to say. Listening is a skill. It's not a foregone conclusion that we all know how to listen. I would encourage you to look into some great education. Julian Treasure is online. He's a great resource for that. My last question in that lineup is, how do you meet these people? How do you meet them, besides sitting in a great conference like this? Oh, yeah, this is great. So many ways, right? So many ways. Starts with us. It's Melissa's one step. That's the next step. What would happen if I met that remarkable person right there? I love her watch. I'm going to go comment on her watch. That's really cool. I don't want one that tracks my every single thing, but I just want one that says time. Does that thing keep time? All right, and then off you go, right? Yeah, I don't need somebody up there. So those are some of the questions that I wanted to pose to you and I want to put in your brain for you to think about. Opportunity is about reaching out. It's that one step at a time. It's that standing up, stepping up, speaking up. It's putting yourself out there, whatever you want to call the lingo and the jargon of the day. It doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you do it. When I go to conferences, I do make it a point to meet a certain number of people at every single event. My golden number is usually between 3 and 5. I usually exceed that. That's my rhythm, though. That's what I started with. That was comfortable. I can do 3. There's three amazing people sitting right here. I'm going to meet 3 people. Make a game of it. I'm going to meet other people with blue shirts. I'm going to meet other people with glasses. I'm going to meet people of a skin color that I don't know very much. I'm going to meet people who are shorter than me. I'm going to meet people, it doesn't matter. Have fun with it, though. Make it a little bit of a game. I sat in the front row of a keynote at this conference, and my friend Erin, who's from the Dales, who I really like, she's just right out there with me, too, and she's like, Ginger, you know everybody. And that always feels nice to hear, but you know what? I have worked my butt off to know everybody. Of course I don't know everybody. I haven't met all of you yet. But I'm really glad you're here, and I do want to meet you, sincerely, because you all have something remarkable. I can help you in some way. And that's not an arrogant statement. That is, what can I do for you? Seriously, what are you looking for? What are you looking for?
A mentor.
Okay, great. We'll talk about it, okay? We need to find out what's going on in those sticky cobwebs we call our brains to help the other person. Because once we start helping them, first of all, it feels great. You do need to do it. I believe in limits. I think the giver's gain only works when both parties give. We all know some takers, right? Gimme, 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 gimme. That was not the song I sang. It's the give first, making sure it's the right give. I do believe in that. I think there's a line, because as a consultant, as an independent business person, I know people will try to get as much out of me as they possibly can. And I have chosen to believe that for the most part, it's very innocent. They see something in me that is attractive and interesting to them, and they want my help. Okay, fine. Guess what? I still get to pay the electric bill. So I keep that in mind. And I'm very aware of that when I talk to other people like myself. So whatever profession you're in or wherever you want to go, get to know it a little bit. Learn how to ask some of those great questions that will open the door, yet still make it comfortable. So, all right. So you're going to meet these 10 people that Jody challenged us with. And we're going to start with that I am, I do, because. Okay? Look back at your answer, or your response, rather, right now. Okay? Still feel good. You can adapt if you want, but don't get too bent out of shape about it. It's a good exercise. I want you to find one person that you have not shaken hands with or met yet, and I want you to exchange that information. Okay? This is going to be your first person. All right? Go. Okay, so tell me this. Hey, you back, naughty kids? I'm usually back there. Why did you return to the same seats? Can you not see the pattern? You know what? We're all going to take that leap, and we're going to trust, and we're going to do this about 2 more times. So I don't know if I need to get up on a table to change things. I didn't have a whistle. But this is fun, right? This is fun. This is really simple. Super simple, almost ridiculously so. Yet you are physically meeting different people. I challenge you to sit somewhere new, just like Jody said, every single time today. Don't sit next to somebody you know. Why are you doing that? You already know them. They're great people. You already know how to get a hold of them. One of the biggest points of today is for you to get out and meet other people. And by the way, I don't know if anybody from the conference is here, but if you want to room hop today, I highly recommend you do, because this conference is not about us. It's about you. So if you're in a session and it's just not floating your boat, go find one that does, please. I encourage you to do that. Don't worry about it. Okay, so great questions. Somebody, Rosetta, I'm going to put you on the spot. Rosetta, what's a question you like to ask people? Because I know you're a really good question asker. This is Rosetta Shaw, by the way, of Sustainable Valley. They help businesses scale up and get going. What's one of the questions you like to ask people?
I like to ask people what challenges them about work in a positive way, what they like about their work that's challenging.
Okay, great. One thing about all these questions, and that's going to be your next one, and I'll reiterate it, so in case you didn't hear it, don't worry. One of the most important things about asking questions that Gina knows well is the open-ended questions are always the most productive, the most fun, the most enlightening, and the most meaningful. An open-ended question is one where everybody has their own response. It is not an answer. A response is different than an answer. What color is Jared's shirt would require an answer. It's checked. Your response could be, wow, it's really zoomy, because Jared is that way. But we all have our own responses. Go with the open-ended question. The closed one is the yes or no. Don't go there. That's a waste of time. Who cares? Doesn't really get you anywhere. Ask the open-ended question. So your question is going to be, what's one thing that you love about the challenge of your job? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay. 1 more minute. Find somebody new. Get up and walk around. All right. This is good. Nobody went back to their seat. Okay. Next question. Cynthia, what's a question you like to ask?
How did you meet your partner?
Okay, and let's expand that. How do you meet your partner or one of your closest friends?
Or one of
All
your
right?
closest friends.
Find somebody new, go.
Yep.
Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
This is worthwhile?
Yeah.
Good. I was given the baton and said, here, throw a marketing event, throw a networking event, combine them. Okay, good. Can do. Beats the heck out of talking about mowing the lawn. All right, the last question of somebody new, and then I'm going to help. You're going to have to help self-police yourselves and then find a seat, because we're almost done. I would like you to share with another new person one person who inspires you. They can be living or dead. One person who inspires you and why. Okay? You got 2 minutes. Go. I hate being shushed. Sorry. I used to teach middle schoolers, and I tell myself, because of that, I can handle any crowd, and I believe I can. You are fantastic. You have exceeded my already super high expectations, but it's no surprise at the same time. People, when given the opportunity, want to help other people. They want to meet people. They want to help that person laying on that heat vent. That will stay with me for quite some time. And I appreciate you being here today, so I just want to wrap it up with a couple things. Hold up the number of fingers of how many people you met today. Okay. Well, we're getting closer, right? Okay. You're getting closer. There are opportunities absolutely blanking everywhere. Everywhere. They are right in front of us. They are present whether we see them or not. They are in all shapes and forms. They are talking to the reservations agent at the airport when they are harried and just thanking them for their time, because that job sucks when everybody's pissed, right? It is thanking the server. It is asking the bus person what their name is and thanking them. Thank you are my 2 most important words. I go back, I love you is really important, but thank you. Thank you is so fundamentally rewarding. We are thanking somebody. We are telling them that we appreciate them. And when we do it real and authentically and with purpose and meaning and a handshake and a hug, whatever that looks like to you, a thank you note. Thank you will move mountains. It won't just open doors. So the key to your inspiration, of course, is right in the mirror, staring back at you every day. Don't use a mirror. You don't need one. You're amazing. You're famazing, as my friend Melissa Jensen says, and it's not fabulously amazing, by the way. Introduce yourself. Stick your hand out. Exercise your muscle. You've got it. You're the one in charge of making everything happen. I still wake up every day and think, what the hell am I doing? I do. And it's not because I'm weak or I don't have direction. It's because I'm like, all right, I'm forging a new path. Every one of us is forging a new path every day. It doesn't matter if we wake up in the same spot. It's our Groundhog Day, folks. And what an extraordinary opportunity. I'm not going to preach, but I'm going to tell you how profoundly meaningful it is to me to live in America. Because even with all the political crap going on, the fact that that crap can flow freely still means something to me. So I'm going to go out and do what I can do. You have the power to do anything, truly. That is not just some pithy epitaph on a tombstone. It's real. Look at those people who can help you. They are all ages, all makes, all models. They are opportunities. They are remarkable. If they are not the right person, find somebody else. That's okay. Remove yourself from the situation if it isn't the right situation. Give to the ones who give back. Give lots. Give often. Have a great time and open your doors. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers.